it's Nancy, PureVitaLifestyle.com. How are you doing today? Feeling good. I want to talk to you about feeling good today. I've been listening to Jerry and Esther Hicks again, the CD that came with the book that I mentioned yesterday, The Art of Allowing. Interesting concept, you know, even if you just kind of get your head around those words, the art of allowing, the art of allowing. You know, what is it that we allow ourselves in our life? Do we allow ourselves abundance? Do we allow ourselves prosperity? Do we allow ourselves amazing self-esteem and self-confidence? Do we allow ourselves the ultimate in our romantic relationships and our family relationships with our children? Do we allow ourselves the ultimate in our business or career areas of fulfillment? And how about how we make ourselves feel? What do we allow ourselves to feel? We've all had moments of allowing ourselves to feel pretty lousy, you know. And I think that we've all had moments where we assume or presume that we can allow other people to make us feel good. And I think most of us kind of grow up thinking that that's the way it works. You know, if we do something and we feel good about it, or somebody does something for us and they make us feel good. But you know, how often can you be doing something, doing an activity, engaging in some sort of activity, and you know, it doesn't really matter what it is. I mean, it could be standing in a lineup, you know, to wait your turn in line for groceries, or in the library, or at a bookstore to buy some books, gas station. It doesn't really matter what it is. But you could be standing in the lineup and, you know, you could interpret that somebody's not being particularly kind to you or being particularly friendly to you. And, you know, you could interpret their mood to assume that it's a lot worse than it really is, or that it's negative and that the negativity is actually directed towards you. And we've all done that. I've done it. We've all done it. But if it comes down to feeling good, and we have the choice to do that, you know, first of all, why wouldn't you just choose to feel good and be happy all the time? But you know, it's a step beyond that, and that's the point of the lesson I was listening to today. And she mentions, you know, whenever you are feeling and being less loving in any behavior that you are undertaking, you are removed from source. So, you know, you're not the fullest of who you could be. You know, so there's that little concept in there as well. And, you know, like today here at home, I live in Vancouver, in British Columbia. We've had extraordinary weather for the last couple of weeks, hot. You know, we've had some heat waves, it's been incredible. And today's a lot cooler. And, you know, typically when the sun's out, we're very upbeat and, you know, we feel really good about ourselves. And, you know, when it's a little bit drearier or rainy or cloudy or cool or cold, we tend to kind of, you know, lower our energy levels and we feel a little bit less than, you know, ecstatic about things and less happy than we are when the sun's out. But, you know, if you start thinking about that, the art of allowing, I have the ability to allow myself, and really, why wouldn't I want to encourage myself to feel good all the time? So in any incremental moment that we are not feeling good all of the time about everything that we're doing and thinking and acting, we're that far removed from who we're supposed to be. So get your head around that. The beauty of who we are and the purpose of why we're here is to feel good. And when we feel good and we're in our guidance of expressing fully who we are and living that by being unconditionally loving towards other people, unconditionally loving towards ourselves, and we really, really, truly love ourselves, and we view the world in all aspects from a place of being happy and being loving, that's our indicator. We're like right on. We're doing and living the fullness of who we are intended to be. And when we can grasp that, when we can embrace it, when we can hold on to it, and when we can resonate with it, everything else will fall into place in our lives. So the further and further away we get from our patterns of negativity and habitual habits of, thinking poorly about things, even if it's just for a moment, our life will, like everything will just explode. Everything will just, start to fill us up all the time. And I just think it's so powerful. It's just so powerful. I was in the grocery store today, and I had to get some things done, and I was standing in the lineup, and the cashier was just opening her till, and the gentleman ahead of me went, and at first glance, I kind of got the impression, or at least my ego assumed the impression, that she was a little bit put out that she had to open her till. And I caught myself watching my ego having that initial reaction, and it was a negativity, it was a fear, it was kind of a judgment, and it was like very fleeting. It was very fleeting, but I caught myself, and I thought, why am I assuming that? And I needed to turn it around, and so I just shook it off, and I started chatting to her, and she went above and beyond for all of the service that she provided me, far more than she had for the gentleman ahead of me, and so, like, how cool is that, just to kind of catch yourself in the moment and realize the power that you have, not only for yourself, but for another person, just by being aware of how you're feeling. So even though it was very incremental, and I had just the slightest moment of not feeling good and not feeling happy, and even though it was just wrapped up in kind of thinking, I think she's got a bit of an attitude. Well, wrong. It was my ego that was just beginning to bring on a little bit of an attitude. And so I caught it, and made myself aware of it, and it changed it. And so I deliberately and intentionally chose that moment to feel good. So how cool is that? And we can all do it, all of the time. So however your day is going so far, however you're feeling, and if you're having little moments of kind of feeling not so good, a little bit crappy, or if you're having really big moments, not feeling so good, feeling really crappy, try to bring some awareness to it, try to catch it, and for the purpose of how you want to feel, for the purpose of recognizing in this moment, in this day, in this period of time that's going to pass by, and you will not be able to bring it back. It will not happen. It's a one-time deal that you're experiencing right now. So how do you want to experience it? Do you want to be happy? Do you want to feel good? I mean, like, how mind-boggling is that? It's just so exciting. So make the choice. Make the choice how you want to feel today. And if you are having moments of not feeling so good, it's okay. Just let it go. Don't beat yourself up over it. And then think to yourself, man, I'm incredible. I have such a gift that I was blessed to be here at this point in time in life to enhance other people's lives and their experience. So why am I not going to be 100% the fullest of who I could be? And darn it, that starts with being happy. So choose how you want to feel. I just think that's great advice. Anyway, I'm Nancy Battye, PureVitaLifestyle.com. Love yourself first, wholeheartedly, and extend yourself to others. Have a fabulous day. Thanks for checking in.